Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm Ron McKenzie-Lefurgey. Sonic has a lot of games, like a lot, and shows, and comics. But apparently he just isn't satisfied starring in one of the most successful video game franchises of all time. He feels the need to make cameos in other media. From film to TV to other games, Sonic is everywhere. So let's go over some of the weirdest places you can find the guy. If you enjoyed this video, let us know by throwing us a thumbs up down below, and if you want more, check out our video on the top 10 things that make no sense in video games. But before you do that, get ready, it's time for the top 10 Sonic Cameos. Number 10. The Simpsons Game. This one definitely had to be on this list. The Simpsons Game had a bunch of references to other video games, and unsurprisingly, Sonic was one of them. On the level Enter the Cheat Tricks, you can see Sonic walking on a hamster ball looking pretty rough. He has a bunch of lines that are just so depressing they're funny. Like,
I used to be so fast.
I miss the 90s, everybody loved me then, and I forget why I hated Eggman so much.
That shadow version of me, nicest guy in the world. Misunderstood.
But don't worry, near the end, he escapes with the Simpsons back to Springfield. Yay. Number 9. RAD Mobile. If you saw our video on the top 10 facts about Sonic, you'll already know about this, but it is far too important to leave off of this list. Sonic's debut was not in a Sonic game at all, but rather a racing game called RAD Mobile. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Cool, did you race against Sonic in a car? Nope, you raced in a car with a Sonic air freshener. Musky. However, there's one other game where you could find Sonic that also came out before the launch of Sonic 1. Number 8. The Adventures of Quick and Sylva. Yeah, it turns out Sonic is so fast he found his way into 2 different games before they even finished his first game. Quick and Sylva was actually a game sold to Amiga Fun magazine, which the magazine gave out for free with each issue. To save money, the company just ignored copyright laws, using a bunch of characters without permission. And you know who the villain of the game is? Good old Sonic. Or I guess, bad old Sonic. Weird. Number 7. Mad. The Mad cartoon TV show, just like the magazine, had a million references to real life things. There were cameos from countless famous characters, and Sonic's in it a fair bit. In one segment called Franklin and Crash, we see Crash Bandicoot working as a defense attorney. But he finds out that the prosecution has it out for him because he thinks Crash stole his shtick. Any guesses as to who the prosecution might be?
Well, hello, Crash. Having fun running through levels, spinning through boxes? I love your sneakers and gloves.
That's right, it's friggin' Sonic, and he's mad. Sonic goes on to prove the guilt of the prince from Katamari, only to be usurped by the king of all cosmos.
The king of all cosmos? Hi, Dad!
Number 6. A Progressive commercial. Considering Sonic was essentially created to be a marketing tool, it's no surprise that he would be used to sell things other than the Sega brand. This led him to be in a Progressive insurance ad where he runs all over the place until he's told that Progressive will save him from having to run around by comparing the Progressive race to other companies. The only problem is, you can tell they skimped out on it since he doesn't talk at all and just goes, yeah. But it's still pretty neat. Number 5. Sega Gaga. Here's a game that I bet most of you didn't know about, but it was pretty awesome. Sega Gaga, gosh that's fun to say, was a Dreamcast RPG where you tried to manage Sega. I know, meta, right? And if it's a game about Sega, you can bet your butt that Sonic will be there. One of the game's tasks is to develop Sonic the Hedgehog, and at one point Sonic is flown in by Tails and books it away with you in tow. That would be awesome, but let's be real, I'd be scared out of my mind. I'm a huge wimp. Number 4. Macys Thanksgiving Day Parade. Sonic's enormous balloon first came onto the scene in 1993 when it met with an unfortunate accident involving a lamppost. He was flown the next few years as well, sometimes with and sometimes without incident, before being retired. Some wonder why they stopped flying the balloon in '98, and apparently it was for 2 reasons. For one, it was actually too large to meet the new requirements, but they could have just made a new one. The biggest reason is that the Sega Saturn bombed and Sonic Extreme was cancelled, so he just wasn't enough of a celeb anymore to warrant a new balloon. He did come back in 2011 for his 20th anniversary though. Number 3. McDonald's commercials. Yep, more commercials starring Sonic. This time he's advertising for McDonald's, which is just the most ironic thing in the world.
Get happy!
The fastest thing alive is selling burgers that will make people fat and thus make them even slower. Maybe that was his trick all along. He isn't fast at all, everyone else is just super slow from eating junk food. Number 2. WreckIt Ralph. WreckIt Ralph saw cameos from all sorts of video game characters. It was pretty awesome. And one of them was none other than the speedy blue guy himself. Sonic can be seen a few times, but the most memorable is when we see him giving a video message to all the characters, reminding them that if they die outside their own game, they're gone for good.
Stay safe, stay alert, and whatever you do, don't die.
It's actually kinda dark for a kids movie. Hopefully we get to see more of Sonic in the upcoming Ready Player One, which I am so excited to see. Holy moly. Number 1. Robot Chicken. Yep, in one of his more adult-oriented forays into television, Sonic found himself on Robot Chicken. We see him start running through a level only to run into a spike strip and get completely mutilated. Apparently the cops had had enough of his speeding and dealt with him the same way they deal with criminals in a car chase. There's no way we'll be able to show the whole clip on YouTube because it's pretty gory, but feel free to look it up on your own. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smack that thumbs up button and subscribe to Top 10 Gaming for more videos. Check out our Top 10 Sonic playlist for more videos like this one, and let me know in the comments the least likely place you've seen Sonic. Don't want to miss another video? Click the bell icon to join the notification squad and you can be one of the first to see every video. Until next time, I'm Ron McKenzie-Lefurgey with Top 10 Gaming. Later, gamers.